I don't manifest. I interfere. The system glitches when I enter. I know that's right. Collective. The reason why I wanted to share that quote is because the message that I got for you today is you influence environments more than they influence you, right? You are this natural born leader. So you lead the pack in a natural and organic way. You are somebody who influences people without forcing them, without trying to convince, without trying to sell. You just simply embody and exude who you are, and people love it. And this is how you inspire and motivate people, right? So when you enter into environments, it's like you set the tone, you set the pace for that environment, right? And so it doesn't matter if it's a chaotic environment, it doesn't matter if it's a peaceful, quiet environment, whatever environment you go into, however you come in and how you operate, you're setting the tone for that environment. And so now you become kind of like the blueprint. Now everyone is looking to you. Never everyone is striving to be like you. They finding themselves speaking like you, or certain different mannerisms like you, or trying to, act like you in whatever way that they can to imitate your essence, right, collective? This is just the type of person you are. And you're coming to terms with this new type of like power and influence that you have. I feel like you've always had it, but you didn't know really how to harness it or take advantage of it. And I feel like in the past, you definitely had more situations where you've allowed the environment to shape and influence you more negatively than you. But now you are impacting and influencing your environment in good, positive, productive ways. And so now your influence is increasing even more. But, this is something that you've had to learn through trial and error and through experience how to harness, because again, you're someone who've always had influence. It's always been there, whether you've seen it or not. But other people seen your influence and they were able to take advantage of that influence and, pretty much get you to move how they wanted you to move. And some of these people were only associated with you because of your energy, because of your influence, right? And they didn't have the best interest for you. And so there could have been times in your life where you found yourself being influenced in a negative way by the environments that you were in, and you allowed the pressures, the peer pressures, and just, the different projections and just the energy overall of that environment to take control over you. And now you're influenced and now you become like the environment that you're in. Right? For a long time, this was you. And you might have been the one that was supposed to come in and be that change and be the one that stands up and speaks out. And, unfortunately, because of the things that you were still growing and learning, collective, and you still had a lot of growing pains. So the environment was still too strong and it influenced you. But now, that inner work that you've been doing over the years, collective, has really now start to shine through, because you are rooted in your authenticity. You are anchored in who you are, right? And so You are not easily shaken up anymore. You're not easily influenced. You're not easily washed over by waves anymore. You have a clear sight of who you are, collective. You've taken the time out to get to know and study you on many different levels. And so, because you know who you are and you are so rooted and anchored in you, this is how you are able now to successfully become that pillar of light, become the pillar of change for any environment that you go into, because now you are this immovable rock where it takes great effort and great energy for you to even be shaken up, let alone moved, right? You know who you are. And so now you are changing the environment the way that it needs to. You're uprooting a lot of things that old energies, stagnant energies, old belief systems, you're really shaking this up in an environment you come into, and you are influencing it in great, good ways that you are supposed to, right? People are looking up to you. People are just happy to be, you're a joy to be around, collective, and people are thankful and grateful for meeting you, and they do appreciate your energy, and they appreciate you for just you being you. And because you took the time out to get to know yourself and become rooted in who you are, now you can be a blessing, and you can be a guidepost, and you can be an example and a leader for people to look up to respect, to love, and depend on. It's a beautiful, beautiful process that has taken place here. It's this inside out transformation. Early on in your life, you were in murky waters, murky territory, very dark energy, and your environments that you found yourself in were really heavy and weighed up on you, but as you continue to move through life and transform inside, now it's like your outer world is starting to reflect who you are becoming. Because you've cleaned up your inner world and your inner environment, your outer world and the outer environment has to be cleaned up as well. It has to balance out. It has to reflect who you are, okay? And so this is what you're doing. You're helping clean up the environment, because now you are a vessel that has done the cleaning up of your own environment, okay? Listen, don't force this message to fit. If it fits, it fits, and it resonates, great. And if it doesn't, listen, just leave it right here, okay? But if this message does resonate and you enjoy, let me know in the comments below. If this is your first time here on the channel and you enjoy, please let me know and hit that subscribe button, okay? Because we are a vibe, and I want you a part of the tribe, right? Love y'all. Thank you again for your constant support. It's Karkar. Talk to you later. Bye.